With all of the headlines and buzz in the media, some consumers believe the market is in a housing bubble. As the housing market shifts, you may be wondering what will happen next. It's only natural for concerns to creep in that it could be a repeat of what took place in 2008. The good news is there is concrete data to show why this is nothing like the last time. Let's take a look. Let's look at the three main reasons why I believe we are not in a bubble and why this is not a repeat of 2008. Number one, there is a shortage of homes on the market today, not a surplus. The supply of inventory needed to sustain a normal real estate market is approximately 6 months. Anything more than that is an overabundance and will cause prices to depreciate. Anything less than that is a shortage and will lead to continued price appreciation. For historical context, there were too many homes for sale during the housing crisis, many of which were short sales and foreclosures. And that caused prices to tumble. Today, the supply is actually growing, but there is still a massive shortage of inventory that is currently available. The graph below uses data from the National Association of Realtors to show how this time compares to the crash. Today, nationally, unsold inventory sits at just about 3 months of supply at the current sales pace. Now those are national numbers. Here in the triangle, we're actually at about 1.2 months of supply. One of the reasons inventory is still low is because of sustained underbuilding. When you couple that with ongoing buyer demand, as millennials age into their peak home buying years, it continues to put upward pressure on home prices. That limited supply compared to buyer demand is why experts forecast home prices won't fall anytime soon. Reason number two is that mortgage standards were much more relaxed during the crash of 2008. During the lead up to the housing crisis, it was much easier to get a home loan than it is today. The graph below showcases data on the Mortgage Credit Availability Index from the Mortgage Bankers Association. The higher the number, the easier it is to get a mortgage. Running up to 2006, banks were creating artificial demand by lowering lending standards and make it easy for just about anyone to qualify for a home loan or to refinance their current home. Back then, lending institutions took a much greater risk in both the person and the mortgage products that they offered. That led to mass defaults, foreclosures, and ultimately prices falling. Today, things are much different, and purchasers face much higher standards from mortgage companies when obtaining a loan. Mark Fleming, chief economist at First American, says, "Credit standards tightened in recent months due to increasing economic uncertainty and monetary policy tightening. Stricter standards like there are today help prevent a risk of a rash of foreclosures like there was the last time." Reason number three, the foreclosure volume is nothing like it was during the crash. In fact, here in the triangle, it makes up less than a fraction of 1%. The most obvious difference is the number of homeowners that were facing foreclosure after the housing bubble burst. Foreclosure activity has been on the way down since the crash because buyers today are more qualified and less likely to default on their loans. This graph uses data from ATTOM Data Solutions to help tell the story. In addition, homeowners today are equity rich, not tapped out. In the run-up to the housing bubble, some homeowners were using their homes as personal ATMs. Many immediately withdrew their equity once it built up. While home values began to fall, some homeowners found themselves in a negative equity situation where the amount they owed on their mortgage was greater than the value of their home. Some of those households decided to walk away from their homes, and that led to a wave of distressed property listings, i.e. foreclosures and short sales, which sold at a considerable discount that ended up lowering the value of all the other homes in the area. In contrast, today, prices have risen nicely over the past few years, and that's given homeowners an equity boost. According to Black Knight, in total, mortgage holders gained about $2.8 trillion in tappable equity over the past 12 months, a 34% increase that equates to more than $207,000 in equity available per borrower. With the average home equity now standing at $207,000, homeowners are in a completely different situation this time. Bottom line, if you're worried about making the same mistakes that led to the housing crash, these graphs should help alleviate your concerns. Concrete data and expert insights clearly show why this is nothing like the last time around. I hope this has been helpful for you. Please call or text me today if you have any questions concerning the current real estate market, would like to discuss purchasing, selling, or managing property anywhere in the Triangle or throughout the great state of North Carolina. Thanks for watching, and thank you for supporting our channel. I greatly appreciate it.